The lawyer's cologne hit me first. Expensive. The kind that costs more than my rent. He smiled as he shoved the papers into my chest outside the courthouse. His teeth were too white. His suit was too perfect. And I was standing there in my dad jeans and a button-up shirt I'd ironed 3 times that morning. "Read it and weep, buddy," he said. My hands shook as I caught the papers before they hit the ground. Behind him, I could see my ex-wife sitting in a black Mercedes. She wasn't even looking at me, just staring at her phone like I was already erased from her life. 3 days. That's all I had left before the judge would decide if I got to keep my son. My name is Jake. I'm 32 years old, and for the last 8 months, I've been drowning. Not in water, in debt, in court fees, in lawyers I couldn't afford, and bills I couldn't pay. My ex-wife, Christina, she had money. Her family had money. And her lawyer, this guy right here, he charged more per hour than I made in a week driving for a delivery company. But why did he look so happy? I opened the folder. My heart was already racing. The courthouse steps felt cold under my feet, even though it was June. People walked past us, other families with their own broken stories, but I couldn't hear them anymore. The first page made my stomach drop. Motion to deny custody based on hidden financial assets. What? I flipped to the next page, then the next. My vision got blurry, not from tears, from anger. They were coming after my mom's estate. Let me back up. 6 months ago, my mom died. Cancer. It was fast, and it was horrible, and I still can't drive past her old house without feeling like someone's sitting on my chest. She left me everything. Not because she was rich, she wasn't. She was a school teacher for 37 years. But she'd been saving, little by little, for me, for my son, Tyler. $23,000. That's what was in her account when she passed. I didn't touch it, not $1. I put it in a separate account with Tyler's name on it, for his future, for college, for whatever he needed when he grew up. I never told Christina about it. Was that wrong? Her lawyer didn't think so. He thought it was perfect, because now he was twisting it, making it look like I was hiding money. Like I was some kind of criminal trying to cheat the system. "You've been holding out on us," the lawyer said. He was still standing there, watching me read, enjoying it. 23 grand you never reported? That's fraud, my friend. The judge is going to love that. My throat was tight. That's my son's money, from my mom. It has nothing to do with... "It has everything to do with your fitness as a parent," he cut me off. His voice was smooth, like oil. "You're broke, Jake. You can barely pay rent, but suddenly you've got 23,000 sitting in an account, and you didn't mention it once during discovery?" He stepped closer. I could smell coffee on his breath now, mixing with that expensive cologne. "Here's what the judge is going to see," he said quietly. "A dad who lies, a dad who hides money, a dad who can't provide stability for his child, and a mom, my client, who's been honest, transparent, and ready to give Tyler the life he deserves." But here's what he didn't know. I'm not stupid. I'm broke, sure, but I'm not stupid. The next page in that folder, the one I was still holding, it made everything clear. Christina wasn't trying to protect Tyler. She was trying to take that money. Right there in black and white. Her lawyer had filed a motion claiming that since the estate hadn't been properly disclosed, it should be considered marital property, property that she deserved half of. My dead mother's savings.
The money she'd worked 37 years to put away. The money she'd left for her grandson. Christina wanted to split it down the middle and walk away with $11,500. Did she even want Tyler? Or did she just want the cash? I looked up at the lawyer. He was checking his watch now. Probably had another broken family to destroy before lunch. "See you in 3 days," he said. Then he walked away, his fancy shoes clicking on the concrete. I stood there for a long time. The papers felt heavy in my hands. People kept walking past. The sun was too bright. Everything felt wrong. But then I remembered something. 2 months ago, Christina called me. Late at night. She was drunk. I could hear it in her voice. Slurred, angry, messy. "I don't even want him full time," she'd said. "I just can't let you win." I'd recorded it. I recorded every conversation we'd had since the divorce started. My cousin, he's a paralegal, he told me to do it. "Cover yourself," he'd said. "People get nasty in custody battles." He was right. I had 17 recordings on my phone. Christina talking about how Tyler was exhausting, how she'd rather travel than deal with kid stuff, how her boyfriend didn't like having a child around. And I had my mom's will, the real one, notarized, crystal clear. It said the money was for Tyler, not for me, not for anyone else, for my son's future. 3 days later, I walked into that courtroom. I didn't have a fancy suit. I didn't have an expensive lawyer. I had a public defender named Rita who looked just as tired as I felt. But I had the truth. Christina's lawyer went first. He was smooth, confident. He painted me as a liar, a deadbeat, a man trying to cheat the system. He showed bank statements, pointed at numbers, made everything sound criminal. The judge, a woman in her 50s with gray hair and sharp eyes, she listened. She didn't smile, she didn't frown. She just listened. Then it was our turn. Rita stood up. She was nervous. I could see her hands shaking a little as she held her papers, but her voice was steady. "Your Honor, we'd like to submit evidence that changes everything about this case." She played the recordings. Christina's voice filled the courtroom, drunk, angry, admitting she didn't want Tyler full time, admitting this was about winning, about money, about revenge. I watched Christina's face go pale. Her lawyer leaned over, whispering fast in her ear. Then Rita handed the judge my mom's will. The estate in question was left specifically for the child's future, Rita said. Mr. Thompson never hid it. He protected it exactly as his late mother intended. The courtroom was quiet. So quiet I could hear my own heartbeat. The judge read the will. She looked at Christina, then at me. "This case is about what's best for the child," she finally said. Her voice was firm. "Not about who can afford the better lawyer, and certainly not about taking money meant for a child's future." She ruled in my favor. Full custody. Christina got supervised visitation every other weekend. I walked out of that courthouse with my son's future still protected, with my rights as his dad still intact. Christina's lawyer didn't smile at me this time. He didn't say a word. And 3 hours later, I picked up Tyler from school. He was 6 years old. He had my mom's eyes, big and brown and full of questions. "Did you win, Dad?" he asked. I knelt down. I hugged him tight, and I said the truest thing I'd ever said. "Yeah, buddy. We won."